Okay, beautiful yogis. It's 12 o'clock, there's one more person joining. So, welcome to today's Core Flow. My name is Jules, if we haven't met before. So, I always like to start with a simple meditation. So, find yourself in a comfortable seated position on your mat, where you feel your sitting bones grounded, where your whole spine can find its alignment on top. Reaching from the sacrum to the head with your inhale, and letting the exhale fade out from there. Try to keep the connection to your breath as we move through this flow. You will feel how your internal focus reflects into the outside world. Invite Ujjayi breathing into this practice by gently restricting the back of the throat. Create that oceanic sound to make it easier for the mind to stay focused, but also to have that cleansing effect on your body. Relax the shoulders a little bit more. Try not to hunch the back. Let's take 5 more deep Ujjayi breath here. Make the sound of your breath audible. And then guide your hands together in front of your heart, Anjali Mudra. Let's open the practice by chanting one Om together. Exhale all the air out and inhale to begin. Gently bow your chin to your chest. Invite your intention into today's class, into the focus that you want to keep throughout the day. And gently open the eyes, bring the arms overhead, reach towards the sky. Exhale, twist over the right side, keep the spine nice and long. Inhale, bring the arms up, reach. And exhale, twist to the other side. Keep the shoulders down, pull the belly in. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, twist. Use your full exhalation to get yourself deeper into the twist. Inhale, bring the arms up. And exhale, plant the hands in front of you so you can come into a tabletop position on your mat. Find your shoulders over your wrists, nice flat spine. Come onto the toes, lift the knees up. Let's do a round of cat-cow here as you inhale, reach forward with the chest. Exhale, pull the belly into the spine, round your whole back. Inhale, reach forward. Pull the shoulder blades back. Exhale, round. One more time, inhale, reach. And exhale, tuck the tailbone under. Find a neutral spine. Try to bring the right leg back. Left leg is still lifted. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale, reach back, flat spine. Exhale, knee to the nose. Last one, reach it back. And with your exhale, pull it in. Find your right foot down. Check your alignment first before you straighten the left leg back. Pull it in, knee to the nose. Inhale, straight back. Exhale, pull it in. Last one. And exhale. Come all the way down onto your knees. Keep the tabletop position. Bring your right hand behind the back of the head. Inhale, open the elbow to the side. You can look towards the sky. Exhale, rotate the torso down. Inhale, rotate open. Use your side obliques into the twist. Exhale, release. Last one, inhale, open up. And exhale, pulls you down. Bring the right hand onto the mat. We go to the other side, left hand behind your head. Open with your inhale. Maybe you can slightly look over the left side. Exhale, release. Two more. Inhale, open up. Exhale, release. Last one. And exhale brings you all the way down. Shift your hips towards your heels. Walk the hands to the front. We go through a round of spinal movement here. As you inhale, shift yourself forward. Come onto the knees like a modified upward facing dog. Be gentle here. Exhale, push the hips towards the heels. Let's do two more. Inhale, reach forward. Shoulders back. Maybe wiggle from side to side. Exhale, pushes you back. Last one. Round on the way forward. Let your hips roll forward. Chest moves back. Exhale, back to the heels. This time, come all the way into your downward facing dog. You're welcome to use a moment here to just paddle out your down dog. Take yourself for a walk, but make sure the head and shoulders can relax fully. Maybe you need to keep the knees bent in this first one. Adjust the practice so it feels good right now. Take another deep breath here. Audible exhale. Let it go. Look forward to the front of the mat with straight or bent legs. Walk all the way to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fall forward. Let's do two more. Inhale, lift. Halfway. Exhale, fall forward. Last one. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Keep a micro bend in the knees to come up all the way into a standing position, Tadasana in the front of your mat, bringing the soles of your feet together, hands in front of your heart. Come back to your intention one more time. Let it guide you through the flow. And then we'll warm up with some sun salutations, Dharma Yoga style. Inhale, bring the arms up and back. Reach back. Exhale, fall forward. Full Uttanasana. Inhale, steps the right foot back. Find your low lunge. Move your chest forward. Let the hips sink down. Exhale, both feet meet in plank. Bring the knees, the chest, the chin to the mat. Slide forward with your inhale into your cobra. And exhale brings you back to the heels. Find yourself all the way in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up, find length. Step it through into your low lunge. Reach forward with your chest. Exhale, both feet meet on the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale brings you up and back. Exhale, Tadasana. Let's do the other side. Inhale, arms up and back. Exhale, bow forward, full Tadasana. Inhale, steps the left foot back, low lunge on the side. Exhale, both feet meet in plank, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, slide forward into cobra, shoulders pull you back. Exhale, back to downward facing duck for one long breath. Lift the left leg up, three-legged down dog. Pull the leg forward in between your hands, low lunge. Exhale, both feet meet, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up and back. Exhale, Tadasana. Let's add on to this. Inhale, bring the arms up and back. Exhale, bow forward, full Tadasana. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Keep the chest forward, get light on the fingers. Hold your balance for just a breath. Exhale, steps you back into low lunge. Inhale, take a deep inhale here. Both hands plant, foot steps back, find your plank. You can do the variation with the knees again or go for full chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, find yourself in downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up and back. Exhale, bring the right knee to the right triceps. Let the knee slide down to the wrist. Inhale, brings you up. Exhale, let the knee slide down. One more time, hike it up. Let it slide down. And bring it all the way back to three-legged down dog. Step it through in between your hands, low lunge, let the hips sink down. Exhale, both feet meet, forward fold. Inhale, brings you up and back. Open the front side of your body, exhale, Tadasana. Same thing on the other side, bring your arms up and back. Exhale, bow forward, full Uttanasana. Lift the left foot back. Try to get light on your fingertips. You can always maintain them for balance. Maybe you can lift them up. Lift from your core and your back muscles. Exhale, steps back into low lunge. Find a deep breath here. Let your hips sink down. Hands to the floor. Step it back to plank. Chaturanga with the knees. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Find your own rhythm of breath. So the pose feels good in your body. Left leg lifts. Exhale to the left triceps. Pull the belly button in. Exhale, let it slide down. Inhale, hikes you up. Exhale, down. Last one. Inhale, hike it up. Let it slide down. Inhale, brings the left leg into three-legged down dog. Step it through into low lunge. One deep breath. Both feet meet in the front of the mat, forward fold. In, arms up and back. Exhale, Tadasana. Very nice. Bend the knees, find your chair, Utkatasana. Arms left, hands in front of your heart. Exhale, twist. Try not to touch the elbow to the knee as we just come up and twist to the other side. So it's more an active twist. Here we can kind of rest. But if we keep the chest lifted and switch from side to side, we have to use our core muscles a little more. So let's go for 2 more on each side. Keep the knees together, the feet together, active twist. Inhale, bring the arms up, bring the knees together, squeeze your chair for 1 more breath. Exhale, swing the arms back alongside of your torso, bring the belly to the thigh, the arms in one line with the shoulders. Inhale, arms up, chair. Exhale, bring the hands down, step or jump back into plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a long breath here and exhale it out. Let expectations go. Stay focused on your breath. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, bring the nose to the knee, round your upper back. Exhale, let the knee touch in between the hands. Inhale to the nose. Exhale down. Inhale, lift the right leg all the way up. Exhale, step it through into a high lunge or warrior one. So I want you to keep the knee on top of the ankle. If you need to keep the back leg lifted, that's fine. If you have the flexibility so the hip can still point forward, you can bring the legs into warrior one position. Both hands behind the head, torso straight forward. Exhale, elbows to the knee. Inhale, open up and back, elbows wide. Exhale, connect the elbows to the knee. One last time. Inhale, open up, the chest lifts. Exhale, elbows to the knee. Inhale, brings you up and back. Let go of the arms. Bring the hands down, push into the floor. Lift the right leg straight back. Bend the arms, chaturanga with 3 legs. Inhale, upward facing down. And exhale, brings you back to downward facing down. One long breath here, and then we do the same thing on the other side. Lift the left leg up. Exhale, nose to the knee. Keep the back rounded. Let the knee drift in between your hands. Inhale, pulls you up, nose to the knee. One more time, touch it down in between the hands. Inhale, brings you up and back. 3-legged down dog. Step it all the way through, high lunge or warrior one. What is serving your body right now? Can your hips still point forward? Check that alignment first. Bring the arms up, pull the ribs in, elbows wide. Try not to use the pressure of the head so much. Exhale, bend forward, touch the elbows to the knee, belly hugs in. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, pull forward. One more time, inhale, chest wide. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, bend forward, pull the belly in. Inhale, brings you up. Arms lift, find the length. Hands come down to the mat. Keep the left leg lifted as you lower your chest. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. One breath to neutralize. Do you need an exhale out of your mouth? Inhale, look forward, step or jump in between your feet, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, brings you up and back, arms up. Exhale, sit back into your chair, sit low. Right arm forward, right arm back, left arm forward, excuse me. Inhale, both arms up. Other side, left arm back, right arm forward, pull the shoulder blades down. Let's go for 3 on each side. See that your knees keep pointing forward. Active twist. Use your core muscles to do that. Use your exhale to go into the twist. Inhale, pulls you forward. Arms lift, exhale, twist. Belly hugs in. One more time. Very nice. Bring the arms up, interlace the hands behind the back. Sit a little deeper into your Utkatasana, side bend to the right. Make sure you're not just leaning. Keep the lift in the front and just slightly bend to the right side. Inhale, brings you up. Exhale, other side. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Very nice. Bring the arms up, come onto your toes. Sit all the way down onto your heels. Bring the right arm down and lift the right arm up. Just enjoy a little stretch here. For your toes and your side obliques. Inhale, brings you up. Left arm down, right arm lifts. Maybe that's already enough if you can lean a little bit over, but still keep the balance. That's perfect. Inhale, brings you up. Bring the arms up and try to just use the strength of your legs to come back into Utkatasana. Exhale, bow forward, release the legs, forward fold, enjoy that stretch. Inhale, halfway lift. Lift the right leg up. Bring the knee to the nose. Inhale, find length. Exhale, knee to the nose. One more time, inhale, find the length back. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale, straighten the leg, find a moment of balance here. Maybe you can lift into warrior three. And then exhale, steps you back into low lunge. Bring the hands down, step it back into plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing down. And exhale, downward facing down. Very nice. Lift the right leg up. Exhale, knee to the left triceps. And then let the knee slide down to the wrist and to the right wrist. Inhale to the right triceps. Exhale to the left. And then you can kind of draw a box with your knee a couple times. Try not to rush it. Go from the wrist to the other one, to the elbow on each side. Lift the right leg all the way back up. Step it through warrior one or high lunge, whatever is serving your body here. Inhale, bring the arms up. Interlace the hands behind the head, elbows wide. Exhale, elbows to knee. Inhale up. Exhale, crunch. Last one. Bring it up. Exhale. Inhale, arms up, all the way, warrior one. Open into your warrior two. Bring the arms up in one line with your shoulders, shoulder width apart. Exhale, lean forward to the right side, push into the feet to stabilize that. Inhale, brings you up. Exhale, reach forward. One more time, inhale up. Exhale. Keep leaning forward and then straighten the right leg. Keep the arms forward if you can for 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up to standing. Bring the hands into the hips and turn around to show you better. And then keep the warrior two legs, but lean forward. My hips want to stay in one line. If that's already enough, that's okay to stay here. Otherwise, you can bring one arm or maybe both arms to the front and hold for 3, 2, 1. Release. Bring the hands back to the hips. Push yourself up into warrior two. Bring the hips forward into your high lunge. Both hands down. Step it back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing down. And exhale, find yourself back to downward facing down. Look forward to your hands, step or jump. In between your hands, find a halfway lift in your spine. Exhale, bow forward, full Uttanasana. Inhale, come back to your halfway lift. Lift the left leg back. Find a good foundation in your right foot as you pull the knee into the chest. Inhale back. Exhale back in. Inhale one more time. Exhale, nose, knee to the nose. Inhale, lift the left leg back. Maybe you can get light on the fingers. Find your warrior three for a breath. Before you step all the way back into your low lunge. Sink the hips down for just a breath. Bring the hands down, step it back into plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing down. Exhale, downward facing down. Lift the left leg up. Exhale to the left elbow. We do the box exercise again. Let the knee slide down to the wrist. Twist it over to the other side. Inhale, hike it up. And paint the box from elbow to elbow and wrist in your own time. Try to take every corner of this box. Feel the core and the stabilization of your plank working. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Step it through into your high lunge or warrior one. What do you need to feel grounded in your feet? Interlace the hands behind the head and neck. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, crunch. Inhale brings you up. Arms in one line with your shoulders open into warrior two. Let the hips sink down, shoulders in one line with your wrists. Inhale, bring the arms up. Lean forward, side obliques. Inhale up. Exhale, lean. Inhale up. Exhale, lean. Keep the arms forward. Push into the left leg. Trikonasana here. Stay for 3, 2, 1. Last one. Bring it back up. Bend. You can place the hands on the hip. Pull the belly in before you lean forward. Maybe that's enough. If you feel like you got a little bit more, you can bring the arms forward, push into the feet. Nice flat spine for 3, 2, 1. Release. Bring the hands back to the hips. Find your warrior two. Arms wide. Hands can come down. Step back into plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, find back to downward facing dog. Take one long breath here. Exhale it out. Create space. Step or jump forward in between your hands, halfway left. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, come all the way up to standing Uttanasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Let's move the legs out to the side in a goddess position. You can turn the feet out 45 degrees. Sit low. You can see if your hips are in one line with the knees. And then, of course, you want to let go of the support in the knee. Bring the arms wide, elbows wide. Let's go for side crunches. Bring the right elbow towards the right knee. Inhale brings you up. Exhale, other side. You go in your own pace. You don't want to compromise the shape. So really keep your hips centered. And try to just move from your torso and your side obliques. Very nice. Sit a little lower than you think. Hips down. So you can work the glutes and the thighs at the same time. If you want more of a challenge, you can lift the heel you're crunching too. You can keep both lifted and even stabilize a little more. Let's go for 2 more on each side. Very nice. Straighten the legs all the way. Bring the feet parallel and halfway forward. You can move the hips a little bit from side to side. That should feel good after the engagement. And then we do in that position with the legs wide. Also a core exercise. So you want to lift halfway. You bring the hands in between the legs. And the last step is bringing them through the legs. Inhale, touch in the middle. Bring the arms forward. Middle and back. We move between those. Arms lift actively from your core with a nice flat spine. Hands touch in between the legs and through the legs. Go in your own time here. If you need to keep the knees bent, that's completely fine. Really do that last bit. Stay there a little longer and squeeze. Use your breath. Next time you are back, stay back and let's do 10 pulses here. That's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Squeeze it in, hold it for just 3, 2, 1, release. Let's enjoy a forward fold. You can interlace the elbows, let your torso hang loose. You can move from side to side or just hang in between your legs. Give your body a moment of break. Let the breath become deeper again. Inhale, halfway lift, squat to the right side. Skandasana here. You can bring the right hand down, left hand behind the head. And we want to go to the same exercise that we did in the beginning. As you inhale, open to the left side, elbow towards the ceiling. Exhale, you can release. Inhale, lifts you up. Exhale, release. Last one, find the lift. Keep the lift for one more breath. And exhale, release. We switch to the other side, left leg bends. Find your squat, half squat on the side, left hand stabilizes you, right hand above the head, elbow lifts wide and up. Try to twist from your torso instead of the strength of the arm. Exhale, release. Inhale, open up. Exhale. Last one. Find length. Breathe into your right side body. Exhale, release. Inhale. Come in between Skandasana to the right and left. Just to loosen up the hips a little bit. You can use the hands as a support or make kind of a creative dance out of it. Whatever feels good. And then find yourself back in the front of the mat. Hold plank for a moment here. Pull the core in. Keep the feet together. Squeeze the glutes. And without bringing the hips from right to left, you want to touch your right hand to the left shoulder and the other side. Let's go. Your own time. Tap the shoulder on each side. Squeeze everything so you're not moving from your center. Very nice. Come back to plank. Move down onto your forearms. And this time I want you to move your glutes from right to left. So keep the feet together and like a rainbow, move the hips from side to side. Use your breath. Inhale pulls you up, exhale dips. Right and left. Come back to forearm plank. Let the hips drop and enjoy Sphinx pose for a moment here. Move the elbows closer, pull the shoulders down. 3 long breaths. And exhale all the way down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Push yourself back into downward facing dog. Inhale, bring the feet to the front of the mat, halfway left. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing Uttanasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Watch me for a moment here. So I want to try a transition with you. So you bring the hands down, shift the weight onto the right leg, and you try to sit down. And then with or without the hand, you can come back into your forward fold. And we do the same thing on the other side. You shift the weight onto the left leg. Come all the way, sitting down to make sure the knee stays close to the torso. And from your core, you really have to bring your core in to keep the right leg lifted. And pull it up, like that pull from the hip and core. You should feel that in your core. So let's try to do 3 to 5 on each side. Try not to just sit down and rest Actively pull the belly in to come back to your forward fold. And see if any side is much easier than the other one. I like to be on my fingertips because I have a little bit more room to work. If you have, more flexibility, it might be much easier. And this pose tells you really nice if strength and flexibility is balanced out. And when you did your repetitions, enjoy a forward fold for 2 long breaths. Inhale, brings you up, halfway lift, all the way to standing. Bring your hands in front of your heart, feet together in the front of your mat if you're not there yet. Come back to your intention. Catch your breath for a moment here. We flow one more time. Inhale, bring the arms up and back. Exhale, fold forward, full Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step and jump back to your plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up, get long. Exhale, put it through Warrior One or High Lunge, whatever feels good. From here, bring the arms forward or alongside of your torso and find your Warrior Three. You've been here before. Bring the hands down into standing split. And now I'm going to give you some options as well. You can just lean onto the front foot, come onto the ball of the foot and lift the left leg higher. And switch between those. And like lean into the hands. Feel that same pull that we just worked on. If you want to work on some handstand jumps, you can keep the legs split. Try to really slow it down on the way, because that's going to teach you how to come up slow and safe. Try 3 hops on the side. No matter if you just want to lift the heel and shift the weight into the ball of the foot and feel the belly pulling in. Or if you want to, just give it a try to jump. Exhale, lands you back into Warrior One or High Lunge. Open to the side, Warrior Two. Bring the arms up, but then interlace the hands behind the head. Exhale, elbow to knee, torso long. Inhale up. Exhale, side back. Last one, inhale up. Exhale here, stay low. Bring the arms to the front. Straighten the right leg, Trikonasana. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, brings you up. Come back into Warrior Two. Sink the shoulders down. Focus your gaze for 1 long breath. Exhale, hands down. Push into the hands. Right leg stays lifted if you like. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Do you need an exhale out of the mouth to release what you just learned on this side? We do the same thing on the other side. Lift the left leg up and back. Step it all the way through into your High Lunge, Warrior One. What is serving you? Arms alongside of your ears. Exhale, lean forward. Find your Warrior Three. Arms alongside of the body or straight forward. Exhale, hands down for your standing split. Same variation here. Just lift the heel, push into the hand, feel the belly button pulling in, and lift the right leg higher. If you want to go for a jump, Maybe just a little one, slow it down on the way down. And for that, you don't even have to be up in a handstand to slow it down on the way. We do 3 on this side as well. Pull the belly button in as you lower, no matter if it's just the heel or the whole leg. Step it all the way back into your high lunge. Take a moment to reset. Open to the side, warrior 2. Legs here. Hands behind the head, elbows wide. Side crunch, left elbow to the knee. Try not to compromise anything else in your shape. We go for 3, 2. The last one keeps you forward, arms alongside of your ears. Push into the left leg, Trikonasana here. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Brings you all the way up. Exhale, release into warrior 2, gaze to the front, pull the belly in. Exhale, windle it down, but keep the left leg lifted, 3-legged plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. Bring the knees down, give yourself a moment in child's pose. Arms to the front or alongside of the torso. Catch your breath, catch your focus, your attention. Do you serve yourself with your own practice? Inhale, brings you back up. Find yourself back into plank. Legs straight back. We go for a round of mountain climbers here. So you bring the knee to the opposite elbow and the other side. And you can do that as fast or slow as you like. You can really go for a run. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Hold plank, come down onto your forearms. From your forearm plank, we roll to the left side. So the left forearm is parallel with the short side of the mat, right hand to the hip. Then you can just step the hip and bring it back up. Try to bring it a little higher each time you go up. Just 10, 9, 11, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch it over to the other side, right forearm down, make sure the elbow is on top of the shoulder, left hand to the hip. And then we go. Side dip. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Come back to your forearm plank. Hold forearm plank for just 5 long breaths. Squeeze the legs together, let the hips not sink down. Pull the belly in. Keep breathing here. And then lower the hips back down. Find your Sphinx pose one more time. Chest leans forward, open the chest wide. Lower yourself all the way onto the mat. Bring your forehead onto your hands. Bring the soles of the feet together like in a Baddha Konasana shape. Really keep the head and neck relaxed, but try to lift the feet and the knees off the floor. For just 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it up, squeeze it in for 3, 2, 1, release, shake it out. Maybe windshield wipe the legs from side to side. And then push yourself back into a child's pose. Rest for 2 long breaths. We're gonna do one more thing in your forearm plank, or if you rather want to do it in plank, which is a little easier, you're welcome to do so. I'm gonna show it in forearm plank. So find your forearm plank. You bring the knee in and you let just the knee swing from side to side. I'm not trying to twist my torso, it's just from right to left. A little similar that we did in the beginning with the box. Just swing from side to side. Plank is easier because you have a little bit more room to work, but choose your challenge. Go for 3 more, like a pendulum from right to left. You can do this. And step it back, forearm plank, neutralize your spine. We do the other side, left knee hikes it. Swing it slowly from side to side by using your core. Use your breath. And then step yourself back into forearm plank, bring the knees down, shift yourself all the way back up to sitting. Bring the legs to the front. And then support yourself with your arms 1 palm distance away, palms facing out or forward, whatever is good, so you can keep the chest lifted. Bring the legs to the front and then hover them to the floor. Inhale brings it up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Let's go for 10. 9. If it's too much with the straight leg, pull the knees into the chest. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, squeeze it in. And then place the feet down, hip width distance apart. Hold on to the knee so you can really straighten the back. Bring the arms forward, lean back as far as you have that natural curve in your lower back. So if you feel like, hey, I'm hanging here, you're not doing the work in your core. So keep the chest lifted. You can just keep the arms here or just pulse them up and down. For 20. Keep the breath going. You got this. Rather focus on alignment than doing it too quick. You want to bring the work into the area. You want to feel the work. Just 10 more. Go in your own pace. Very nice. Lift the chest a little higher. Pull the shoulder blades back. Belly button into the spine. Three, 2, 1, release, come all the way, laying on your back. Give your body a moment to rest. Bring the arms up in one line with the shoulders. The left leg straightens out. Try to bring the right knee to your right triceps. Lengthen it out. We just go for 10 on each side. Feel the belly pulling in as you actively lift the knee to the triceps. Use your exhale to pull the knee closer, contract the belly. Inhale, straighten the leg out. Exhale, pull it in. Just 5 more. 3, 2, and last one. Keep the squeeze for just 3, 2, 1. Release the right leg straight to the floor. Check your alignment one more time. pull the lower ribs down, but the lower back can slightly be arched. Left knee into your left triceps. Straighten the leg out, but keep it hovering. 10 on this side as well. Where do you feel the work? Do you rush it? Or do you really squeeze your belly in on the way up? And 5, 4, bring up the hands to the knees. 3, 2, last one, squeeze it in, knee to the tricep, straighten the right leg a little more. And then release, bring the knees into the chest, make some big circles with your knees for your hips and for your lower back. Then hold onto the back of the legs, swing forward and backward to come all the way back up to sitting. Straighten the legs out to the front, arms lift in one line with your shoulders, lean forward. Same idea here, pull the belly button in, keep the back long. Rather stay a moment in the lift before you just lean forward over your legs. And also enjoy your forward fold, Paschimottanasana. You earned it. Three long breaths. Inhale, brings you back up. Bend the right knee in as close as you can so the heel is ideally close to the glutes. Hold with your left hand, twist over the right side. You can stay here, you can take the elbow to the outside of the knee and twist a little deeper. Pull the belly button in, keep the chest lifted. Look over the right shoulder if it feels okay in your neck. 2 more long breaths. If you can't breathe here, you probably went too far. Exhale, release, unwind, bring the right leg forward, pull the left knee in and the heel in close. Twist over the left side. Feel it out first with the hand on the knee. If you feel like you have room to work, you're welcome to use the elbow or even go deeper with binding. Inhale, release. Come back to the front, cross your legs and roll over onto your knees. I'm going to give you a moment of inversion playtime. I'm going to guide you through a headstand. If you feel like that's too much for today, you can just bring the hands down and lift onto the crown of the head and walk forward and backward a couple times. Or you can bring the right knee into the right elbow and the left. You can do any variation of headstand. You can take the supported one by taking your hands on opposite elbows, finding the triangle shape and lifting up into your headstand. You can stay in the tuck or you can lift all the way up. If you have a stable headstand practice, you can join me for mountain climbers, which we did in a plank. You can bring the right knee into the chest, left leg lifts up. You can do that like cycling up in the air. Only if it feels good and you have a stable practice, your body should be prepared for this after all the movement that we did. If you're like, no, I had enough, I just want to rest in my inversion, please feel free to do so. I'm only giving you options and you choose what you want today. It's always nice when you found steadiness in a pose to play with a little bit range of motion and challenge your stability again. Take 5 more long, deep breaths. Maybe if you did try movement, also find a couple of breath and stillness. Wherever you are, make sure you come back into child's pose as a counter pose for headstand or any previous exercises. Take 3 long breaths. Acknowledge your body for the work. Acknowledge yourself for trying new things. And turning our world upside down might be scary in the beginning. The more we try, the more we are able to trust ourselves, to go a little bit outside of our own comfort zone. And lift yourself back up. Let's give our hips a release. Push yourself back into downward facing dog. Feel this downward facing dog. Did it change in comparison to the beginning of the class? And then bring the right knee to the right wrist for pigeon on the right side. Take a moment to really sit down. I always like to keep my chest lifted for a couple breaths to invite the length instead of collapsing and rounding in my lower back. And then of course you can come down onto the forearms or maybe even lower into your sleeping pigeon. If you want to integrate a twist, you can bring the right arm forward and bring the left arm through and lean onto your left ear to invite a twist into your upper body here. 5 long breaths on this side. What can you observe after all the movement, surrendering into this pose? Is your mind still? What is your body telling you right now? Slowly come back up. Take your hands supporting underneath the shoulders. Create space for your right leg so you can lift it all the way back. Maybe make some circles for your right knee. Maybe bring the heel towards the glute to open the front side, the psoas. And then step it back into downward facing dog. We do the other side. Left leg lifts up and back. Pull the knee to the left wrist, pigeon on the left side. Right leg back. Maybe take a moment to sit up straight. Pull the belly in here as well. And then find your way, sleeping pigeon, or for the twist, bring the left arm forward, right arm underneath, rest the right ear on the mat, left arm forward. Find surrender on this side. 5 long breaths. Stay with your inhale and exhale as you're resting in this pose. Transition back into your upright pigeon, hands underneath the shoulders. Lift the left leg up and back. Do you just want to rotate the hip around, or do you open the hip, heel to the glute, push into the hands, breathe in length in the front of the psoas. Exhale, step the feet back down into downward facing dog. Walk your feet back to the front of the mat. Bend your knees. Sit back slow. Make yourself all the way laying on your mat. Connect the hands in front of the shin, pull the nose to the knee. Take another deep inhale here, squeeze it all in. And exhale, release yourself into final resting pose, Shavasana. Palms facing up, legs can spread wide. Allow yourself to rest fully. Allow yourself to feel the heat of the body. And after strength comes softness. If we can't do both, we are out of balance. So as much as we come into engagement, find the opposite. Find softening. Use your breath to soften more. If you find tension in any part of your body, try to breathe into that. Make the breath long and deep. So it can travel from the toes to the crown of the head. Like you pull in nourishing energy from Mother Earth. The exhale allows everything that you don't need to move out of your body, your mind, your heart. The strength of our core is the strength of our heart. As we strengthen our core, we strengthen our stability, our center, our core values. It matters if we make the effort to show up. Be the person who takes the chance, who refuses to hide. Be the person who sees and makes people around you feel seen. Stay soft and centered in your core. You can rest as long as you like in this final resting pose, Shavasana. If you have the time, maybe stay a little longer and place both of your hands on your belly and just nourish that vulnerable space. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope I see you soon on the mat again. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.